How did Call of Duty go from this to this?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What the hell is even that?
If you ask a longtime veteran fan of COD today, they'll probably tell you Call of Duty is dead. But here's the confusing part. Call of Duty has never been bigger. Activision broke record sales with Modern Warfare 2 2022, and the player base is continuing to grow across all platforms. So what do COD fans mean when they say Call of Duty is dead? Well, they're alluding to the toxic trend in the AAA gaming industry that has ruined Call of Duty: live service. Now, live service gaming in itself is a great concept for gamers. Hell, I wish the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 was updated with new content. Imagine new maps and missions being added. I would have ate that up. Providing your consumers with a fresh new experience throughout a game's life cycle is objectively an awesome idea. However, live service for many has been anything but awesome, especially for Call of Duty. First comes the promise. The promise that the next game is going to be amazing, or in the case of Modern Warfare 2, the most advanced Call of Duty of all time.
Liar!
The worst part about this is Activision ain't even selling the game at this point. They're selling the promise that the game will be amazing and better than the last. All they have to do is reel in Call of Duty fans to buy into their BS over and over and over again. And it works. But we all know the famous line we love to use in the COD community: I'm not buying the next Call of Duty game.
You serious?
We know there's still going to be bugs on release, cheaters are going to flood the game, skill-based matchmaking will take away all the fun, and those little rat campers who just can't seem to get the So why do we continue to buy the new Call of Duties even though we know damn well we're going to have the same complaints year in and year out? Well, the reason is a tactic Activision uses against us all: FOMO, the fear of missing out. It allows Activision and their lead studios to release unfinished games, and this is what live service has caused. It is now accepted by the player base that games will be overridden with bugs, cheaters, and most importantly, a lack of content. Modern Warfare 2 launched with an embarrassing total of 8 maps, 2 more being withheld from us due to legal issues with the real locations of the maps, one being Crown Raceway and the other being Greenberg Hotel. Providing sufficient content throughout a Call of Duty game is crucial, considering the game only has a 1-year life cycle. Back in the day, Black Ops 2 released with 15 maps in 2012. Meanwhile, it took MW2 2022 multiple seasons just to reach that number. Embarrassing. Black Ops 2 also had 16 DLC maps from 4 separate DLC map packs. This included amazing maps like Grind, Studio, and Takeoff. Keep in mind, Call of Duty had much smaller teams back then, and that goes for Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Turd. I mean, Activision brags up and down that there were 3,000 developers working on Call of Duty, especially with Modern Warfare 2. So why can't they add sufficient content like they used to? Cause they know they can put in little to no effort and get away with it. 2 maps this season, 2 maps next season, 1 map at the beginning of the season, 1 map in at the mid-season update, throw in a few new recycled weapons, add a mediocre operator skin at the end of each event, and boom, your work is done for another month. Oh, but don't worry about all those bugs. Activision and Infinity Ward promised us it will be fixed in future season updates. But didn't you promise that last season?
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Isn't live service great for Call of Duty? Nah, it's a cop-out for these studios to release absolute garbage and justify it through future seasonal updates. Each season has a time limit, and it reminds you on the COD Battle Pass. Activision intentionally shoves this in your face to make you feel anxiety about missing out on something. It's a manipulative tactic against gamers. The whole point of the live service battle pass system is to make you feel like you have to spend precious time and money to acquire these skins and weapon variants before the deadline ends. If you ask me, it's a completely exploitative and immoral business practice that makes Activision look like absolute scum. So as a result of the COD community's brilliance, Call of Duty drip feeds content over multiple seasons and the game is never truly fixed. And honestly, why would Activision not continue to use this live service model? It's making them more money than ever because the COD suckers just can't resist spending their money on the shiny new toy, and they don't want to miss out on all the new skins and bundles, which goes into what makes live service most successful: microtransactions. Call of Duty introduced their new Battle Pass system back in Modern Warfare 2019, along with the integration of Warzone, COD's new Battle Royale mode, and from that day on, Call of Duty became a new version of Fortnite. Activision caught on to the live service Fortnite trend of battle passes and skins, and they made the game-changing decision to adapt to the new online multiplayer gaming model, which absolutely sucked. Gone was Call of Duty's traditional prestige system when progression actually meant something. Gone was in-game currency used to progress and unlock weapons perks, camos, and other cool cosmetics, like the COD point system back in Black Ops 1. The COD point system back then was designed for you to play more to unlock more, not pay more to unlock more. Like the Call of Duty store nowadays where you pay for COD points to unlock new cosmetics. Gone with that classic system, and in came the Battle Pass, where you rank up in a tiered progression system to unlock pointless weapon variants and skins. And they pump out bundles like crazy. How do they make these skins more intriguing to the players, you ask? By creating bundles of your favorite celebrities and TV characters from their favorite shows, movies, and sports. I mean, Cold War released the Rambo skin, and Modern Warfare 2 has released everything from Kevin Durant to Nicki Minaj to characters from the popular TV show The Boys. But the COD suckers are all over this crap, and that's why it ultimately comes down to the players. Activision only does what the players allow them to do, and when it comes to the Call of Duty community, let's face it, there's a lot of pace-eating COD suckers out there. The power is in the players' hands. In fact, when the players are prioritized over the profit, that's when that magic happens. But most AAA gaming studios don't care about providing that magical fun experience for the players anymore. Modern day Call of Duty is a perfect example of that between multiplayer and Warzone. The only time I genuinely have fun playing Call of Duty is when I play COD 4 Remastered. You guys know I love this game and I talk about it pretty often, but COD 4 Remastered is still fairly populated to this day, and you can easily find a match of TDM. It was released in a time when live service had not taken over the gaming industry quite yet. Playing today on the old COD 4 maps and using the old weapons definitely gives me those waves of nostalgia. But most importantly, it reminds me how much fun Call of Duty used to be. There ain't a bunch of kangaroos, nut draggers, or worm lovers on this game. Everyone plays to have fun and have a relaxing experience, which proves to be rare in modern day Call of Duty. The main and only priority for the studios nowadays is to make money, not to make the game fun. As a result, we now have battle passes and cringe skins stealing all the spotlight. I mean, the first thing you see when you launch the game is Call of Duty announcing to you, hey, we have some bundles for you to buy. We just want to make sure you know. Did you buy it? How about now?
Now? Now? Now? How about now?
If you look at games who treat their player base right and prioritize fun to make the best possible game, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is a perfect example. Insomniac Games did a fantastic job with this game. From the beginning to the end, I was captivated. I was reeled in. Being a Call of Duty fan for years has almost made me forget what games should feel like. It's like being in a toxic relationship and acting like it's normal. It's not! Get out of it! It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Fans who actively defend Call of Duty and its corrupt live service model at this point are Stockholm Syndrome, pace-eating COD suckers. Sorry, it's just the facts. Especially after how much Infinity Ward ignored the fans throughout the life cycle of Modern Warfare 2. But Spider-Man 2 reminded me just how great these AAA games can be and how much dedication and passion these studios can put into their craft for us players to enjoy. From the immersive storytelling, to an action-packed experience, to the rewarding progression system, Spider-Man 2 was fun. I was upset after I fully completed the story and side missions. That's how your gaming experience should feel. Fun. Not like Call of Duty, when you dread playing another match of Team Deathmatch after you just dominated the last game because you know damn well skill-based matchmaking is about to f you up. This is how live service ruins Call of Duty. By selling the promise, releasing the game unfinished, drip-feeding content over multiple seasons, pushing microtransactions, and repeat with the next game. I'm hopeful Modern Warfare 3 will be a much better experience than Modern Warfare 2, but we cannot forget about the negative effects that live service will have on this game, as well as Warzone. As of now, we have already entered Phase 1. Activision and lead developer Sledgehammer Games are selling the promise that Modern Warfare 3 will be better than Modern Warfare 2, which is not really hard to accomplish considering MW2 smelled like a camper's underside after not moving for the past 4 games. However, this year is a bit different, and it exposes another horrible outcome of live service gaming. Now, what's confusing about Modern Warfare 3 is that the game will be the most complete of any Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. It'll have 16 maps on launch and a healthy variety of over 40 weapons to choose from. So now you're probably saying, well, doesn't that kind of kill the COD live service cycle you just made the entire video about? Nope. In fact, I'm adding a new phase. It's called scamming your entire player base. This final phase in the live service model for Call of Duty has opened up new doors for Activision to exploit their fans. Going back to the point I was making about there being the most content in Modern Warfare 3 since Black Ops 2, let's look at what that actually entails. Then it'll start to click. Yeah, those 16 maps, none of them are original. All 16 of those maps are remastered from the OG Modern Warfare 2 2009. And all the weapons, most of them are literally being ported over from Modern Warfare 2 2022. I'm not kidding. So now you're saying, wait a second. Activision is charging full price for basically a DLC pack and a complete overhaul of MW2? Kinda like they did with Sledgehammer's World War 2, except that overhaul was a free update? And here comes the epiphany. Holy sh... This is a fucking scam! But this is another outcome of live service gaming in Call of Duty. Sell the promise of Modern Warfare 2 being the most advanced Call of Duty ever, release the game unfinished, but assure your fanbase it'll get better, drip feed content over multiple seasons, doing the bare minimum to satisfy the cocksuckers, continue making a killing on microtransactions, prioritizing bundles over releasing actual good content, and then the promise returns. We're gonna fix everything wrong with Modern Warfare 2, from movement to dead silence to more content. So don't worry if you wasted all your money on last year's game, we're finally gonna own up to that promise. Except it's gonna be $70 for an entirely new game, so give us your money.
Hello, I like money.
I personally fear Activision is gonna keep live service in Call of Duty for the foreseeable future. So whether you're a casual or diehard fan of Call of Duty, you are left with two choices. You can either ignore the Battle Pass and all the microtransactions, or you can indulge yourself in the Battle Pass and buy all the microtransactions you want. Wanna be Snoop Dogg dragging your nuts in a quote-unquote realistic shooter? Have a blast! Whatever choice you make, it is clearly undeniable that live service ruined Call of Duty and its classic traditional experience. Comment what your thoughts are on live service ruining Call of Duty, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Alright my fellow gaming warriors, I got one more thing to say. I am a sentinel. It has been one.